Alright, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ellison, and from the feeding grounds of Fountainhead Palace, I'd like to welcome you back to Sekiro. We have one final last-second course of action that I would like to pursue so that we can finally get on with our lives and finish this place off for good. Unfortunately, it does mean braving the deep, dark, treacherous drink so that we can make our return to this hollowed-out basin, home of the Great Colored Carp. You know, the one who claimed immortality only to proceed to kick the bucket upon eating a slightly suspicious yet hairy piece of something. I have no idea. He left behind his most worldly possessions and life savings of one Litecoin purse. Nice. Gotta keep it nice and humble, you know, being immortal and all. Also, more treasure. It's a scrap. One we definitely needed. Yeah, you're more than welcome to test your luck here, risk your life going through this while he's nipping at your butt with his human-ass teeth, try to grab those treasures. I, of course, elect not to. I'd prefer to wait until, you know, he likes us, because we've given him a treat, or he dies. Either or makes my job that much easier. Which, speaking of, we have been making some fantastic progress through this. I was expecting to get to this boss by the end of this episode, and barring any unforeseen things that I might have forgotten, they're probably pretty minor because I kind of picked through this place pretty clean. And I don't know, the first time I came through here, this place was so gargantuan. It isn't until you've gone through it a few times when you learn enemy placements and where to calculate these back shots is kind of where things fall into line. So not bad. Very few casualties. Aside from, I guess, my microphone taking one for the team. It got shocked like an electric eel, but it is up and running, and we are doing just fine. Although, I really don't like that. That's a little scary. I seem to have forgotten my shock-resistant waders at home. But what I'd like to do here is show off our third and final ninjutsu that we have yet to sort of play around with, just because I feel like this is a good place to show it off. We'll throw on some sugar, just to make things go a little smoother. And if we head up here, there should be, yeah, there's you. It's good to see you. The nice thing about this particular warrior is she kind of just lets you hack and slash at her. Jeez, are you okay? Must not be. Doomed to ragdoll into oblivion for the rest of your pixelated years. A privilege very few have. Yeah, the tricky part is over here with these two, and if I can just go and get myself behind one of them without too much issues. Oh shit, there we go. What bestowal allows you to do is extend the range of your sword using the blood of your enemies. Coupled with your combat arts, you can have some devastating combo potential from afar. It's the same distance as a, hello, mortal draw, but it's not any more powerful, so there you have it. I love this thing. It's just that you have to get the back shot, and it doesn't really last as long as you'd like it to. So unless you can be chaining up those back shots, then you're probably going to have a rough time of things. Now, keep in mind that I said using the blood of my enemies. If it isn't traditionally red, then, well, what happens? Well, let me go and use this white salamander as my test guppy. Yes, they accounted for that. Look at that. I'm so sorry. You didn't deserve this heinous of a death, but God, it looks really cool. The same thing applies for the other gecko, the one that can poison you and is green. So, I think those are the only blood types though in this game. Green, white, and red. But we can go over here and finish off some of these sallies. So it's more fun than anything. I prefer the puppeteer for the most part, but still fairly nice to have. Such as these balloons we have here. Yeah, I thought there would be more items on the way down, but clearly I was incorrect. So yeah, I just wanted to show that, just while it was still fun, while it's still fresh, and just while we had two unique enemies next to each other. Like, this is gonna be a complete waste, but look at that. And we have plenty of spirit emblems, so If you get hit by electricity and you do a lightning reversal, it will also end up getting rid of it that way. So you kind of have to play your cards right and maybe not use it around here where it might not be as capitalized on as you would hope. But with that, our time here at Fountainhead is unfortunately at a close. I thought there would have been more items around here, but apparently not. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's just a damn shame we never get to take in the views, enjoy the V-Bays, and just not act like any freaking platform in this place would be somewhere I would sleep. But before confronting the Divine Dragon, make sure you do everything else out in the world you have to. This is your last opportunity to finish off any major side quests, because when we return, things are going to take a massive difference. And honestly, I'm not looking forward to that. So let's go rest on at this idol, grab ourselves some extra spirit emblems, and prepare for what lies ahead, my friends. Because it's not pretty. I can say that much. Get your N95s ready, folks, because we have got the old dragons of the tree, and they're gonna be hacking and coughing their lungs out all over you. That can poison you pretty rapidly, and we have to defeat all of these ashen dragons of the tree in order to get to the next phase. But what you can do to make this process a lot easier is heading to one of these sprouts that comes up and getting a death blow. Oh my god, we just annihilated them all. Holy hell. Yeah, so in order to chip away at this first health bar, you have to defeat all of these ones, but eventually a couple more will start spawning in that are dark, and that won't affect their health at all. They're just kind of there to distract you. So keep an eye on these ones, and just be careful for when the trees sprout up. You can tell because they'll do like a little, hallelujah, please summon this root to vanquish us against evil. And then, you know, it comes out from under you. But you can see the dark ones have arrived, and once we get these all, we should be set. Please just let me get rid of you here and now. Thank you. Stay away from me. Ladies and gentlemen, I present the Divine Dragon of Old. He starts the fight immediately by blowing us away, and our conquest becomes clear. Avoid his attacks and make your way over to one of these trees that has electricity on it. Grapple onto it, and then send it back his way. Oh, it's so cool. But this fight is pretty underwhelming because he doesn't have a lot of variety in his attacks. He has a triple vertical slice that he's doing now, and then a double horizontal sweep that he'll do occasionally, in addition to, you know, blowing you back. All you gotta do is just beeline yourself over to one of these trunks or roots or whatever you want to call them, and hopefully not have that happen. You can kind of influence where the electricity goes by heading in the opposite direction. Plus this has some very generous timing. But for the most part, it's just easy enough to stay running, ooh, and do not get hit. As slow moving as it is, it still hurts. So try not to get too close either. There's the third. Just wait for his attack to finish before trying to jump to one of these, and then here we go. That is pretty much everything for this first phase. It's a little underwhelming. Holy hell, that was too close. But to say the absolute least, I don't know. It's just such a cool boss model. The music is great. The scenery is fantastic. It reminds me of the Moonview Lake from Bloodborne or whatever that was, where we fought Vacuous Rom. But, you know, in the clouds, and much more epic and less arachnophobia. So with that, we should enter the final phase of the fight. He gets rid of all of the trees, tries to blow us away, and does a final extended combo. If you get caught in it, you will probably die. Even if you get up, it's still gonna wreck you. But I think he does this pattern every time. All you have to do is run to the side constantly, and then jump when the game tells you to. It's easy as that. But this is where he makes his last stand. And be very careful. Oof. And another jump. Oh. And there we have it. The Divine Dragon is done. 3 more of these sprouts spawn in. Head to the center. And take it away from here. And with that, night has fallen and we find ourselves inexplicably returned to Ajna Castle, this time with the memory of the Divine Dragon, ancient deity of the Everblossom. Plus, we have been bestowed upon the gracious gift of Divine Dragon's tears, courtesy of our old friend, the Mortal Blade. The body of the Divine Dragon is eternal, and its tears, once shed, will maintain their form and moisture in perpetuity. Should one of the dragon's heritage partake of the dragon's tears, immortal severance will be reified. Well, to say the absolute least, that was a hell of a flashy battle, and I love it, but it seems as though night was not the only thing that has fallen here, and Ishin, in the act of unsheathing his sword, appears to have gotten into the Monkey Boo's stash once again.
Ishin-sama, 何があった?
一心様は病にて見まかられました。
そうか。
それを察知したのでしょう。ナイフの軍がその機に乗じ、この城に攻め寄せています。
巫女様は
これを。
She hands us the secret passage key, which allows us to take the same escape route that we had attempted to use at the beginning of the game until we were stopped dead in our tracks by Genichiro and the owl.
この鍵、巫女様は場外への抜け穴か。
はい、狼殿。月見楼がある水の手クルアの堀、その終端にある抜け穴に向かってください。九郎様はその抜け穴から場外へ達し、すすきの原であなたを待っているはず。
わかった。
一心様の命にて、よたかの衆が目印ののろしを屋根上に置いています。よたかののろしをたどり、九郎様を追ってください。
That is a lot to take in, and I don't know about you, Emma, but shouldn't we position his body in a more respectable way? Because just leave him sprawled out on the floor like this, I feel like is only befitting a war criminal, to say the least.
九郎様は抜け穴より場外に達しました。月見楼がある水の手クルアの堀、すすきの原で一心様の命にてよたかののろしをたどり、九郎様を追ってください。
お主は
今しばらく一心様のおそばに。
わかった。
Yeah, I don't know about you, but that is coming off as a little suspicious in my book, and you would think that in the spirit of Ishin Ashina, we should imbibe ourselves.
すみません。お酒は今は。
Well, I'm sure he would have wanted nothing more than for us to pop open a cold one in his honor. As for Ishin's parting words, had we spoken to him or the Tengu before fighting the Divine Dragon and maxing out any of our skill trees, we would have picked up something special.
一心様より託されたものがあります。私からあなたに渡すようにと。ですが、まだその時ではないようです。あなたが奥義を収めた時、お渡ししましょう。
わかった。
I don't know what makes you the judge of that, but we have some secret techniques to learn.
九郎様をお願いします。
First and foremost, I would like to adjust my inventory just a little bit for some upcoming business, namely with the loaded umbrella, the magnet. This is pretty good for cheesing certain mini-bosses and just saving yourself from taking a bunch of damage, but this is probably the best use of it coming up. And just to be on the safe side, I'm going to take my favorite foam finger and put my combat arts and ninjutsus back to where I had that all nice and going. And let's go and take a rest here at the idol. We've got some things to acquire, namely the final skill of the Ashina arts, which is the cross. A pretty cool move and something that we're actually going to be dealing with a little bit now, but it's the final skill needed to max this out. So we're definitely going to take that, and sure, let's not forget to confront this memory. The divine dragon of the Everblossom came from the west long ago, eventually making its way to this land. Some parts of Ashina are exceedingly old. Water coursing through her ancient rocks and soil allowed the dragon to take root. God, it is such a cool boss design. I don't know, man. But that is it for now. If we speak to Emma now, she'll be able to give us something.
狼殿、奥義を収められたのですね。一心様より託されたもの、渡す時が来たようです。お受け取りください。
And in turn, she entrusts us with the Mushin esoteric text. Young Ishin would stop at nothing in his lust for power, and the single-minded search for strength ended in him taking Ashina for his own. This is the result of combining techniques from the styles he encountered. This drive defined Ishin's achievements, and as such, this text will never be finished.
これは
アシナの秘伝です。一心様は赤炉がこれを極める様を見たい。そして叶うならば立ち会いたいものだ。そう仰せでした。
そうか。
Well, that's depressing as hell, but considering he was a bloodthirsty warlord, I'm not surprised he was also a huge plagiarist.
九郎様をお願いします。
And if the text is to be believed, then it shouldn't really come as any surprise as to what this final skill tree is. It's an amalgamation of all of our final skills for each of our prior skill trees. Just keep in mind that even though they're available here, you still need to meet the prerequisite skills. But the cool thing about it is that if you manage to get a lot of them, you will be at liberty of getting some of these more powerful abilities. They are expensive as hell, but for the empowered mortal draw with increased range and more power, you have the spiral cloud passage that costs 9 skill points. I mean, he had used this against us during the Shura ending, and it's a little scary, but we'll probably end up saving that for a bit later. We've also got Shadowfall, which appears to be quite flashy and impressive. Perhaps the Lone Wolf should consider some time at the Olympics. Who knows? But for that one, you have to get the High Monk and Shadow Rush, and personally, I'm not a huge fan of those. I'd rather just get Living Force and then probably the Empowered Mortal Draw, to be honest. But like I said, you do need the rest of the abilities in order to even unlock them in the Mushin text. So it's not just a shortcut to getting them there, which is a bit of a shame, but what can I say? Them's the breaks. Whew, that was a lot. Now, if you really want to, you can finish the game by rendezvousing with Kuro back at that secret passage near the reservoir, but because the state of the castle has changed dramatically, we are going to be taking some other side measures first, and there's plenty of treasures to be had. Doors that need to be unlocked, and idols that need to be rested at once again. It's such a shame. So let's disorient ourselves even more by going out of the library and behold the burning of Ashina Castle. And also of the stone steps that is just flaming on all over the place. Is that really necessary, my man? It must be. Well, as far as things are concerned, there are a couple of really gnarly bosses that we should attend to, and I'm just gonna go and snag this up before doing anything else. And just in case, we'll go and rest just to make sure that everything is extra okay. And we're gonna head back to the room where Ishin liked to hang out, which was clear over here. Because downstairs we can get back into the dojo from here, and it would probably in our best interest to do so. Who keeps getting into a fight over here? Oh, the return of the night jars. This is very annoying, and I'm not a big fan of it. Personally, I just don't like fighting them, especially when they have red eyes. So I'll just let you guys kind of hash that out on your own. And I guess if you had missed this treasure over here, you would have been able to pick it up now, but we grabbed it earlier. If you head down here, we have a familiar mini-boss, but one that is made so much more difficult thanks to his angry eyes. Well, suffice it to say, I think I'm gonna do a dumb thing. This guy is insanely powerful, and unless you get perfect parries every time, the chip damage he does is astronomical, so we are going to cheese the hell out of this asshole, because he's safe. Let's make sure we've got enough spirit emblems for the road, and what you can do is get him to get up off his perch, hello, walk around in circles, and in doing this, it allows us to backstab him. If you just came in here and tried to raw dog him normally, you would not be able to. He would notice you immediately. So it's time for a power play. We get the first bubble off, and then of course we are gonna go with a little bit of sugar, but this time, Gokon. This is where the magnet umbrella comes into play. You take it out and then press the defend button right when you would normally, and you don't take damage. And look at that posture bar. Holy hell. He is so close. That's all there is to it. You just be wary, you can't guard against, oh, sweeps? Don't know what happened there. But we got the prayer bead nonetheless, so I'm satisfied. That guy is so much worse than the first time we fight him, and if you don't get those perfect reflects, you're basically fucked, so I just take the magnet and call it good. Now, I want to be kind of careful going through this because enemies are no longer littering the hallway here. No. They've been taken over by these ministry agents who are not very good at their job. And we'll go and activate this as well. They're going to start dropping dousing powder, which is a better version of burn heal, so definitely worth something to look forward to, but I will take this. Luckily there's no boss in the dojo here for once. I guess because he moved downstairs. I just thought it was a little too much for us, but still sneak up on this guy. Among other things, let's see. If we go back down, we should be okay. Unless, I feel like there's a fight that breaks out. No? There's nothing down there, as far as I know. Yeah, here we go. Kind of figured as much. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's just the one pupil versus them all. Well done. I'll just let you guys kind of sort that out on your own. You have a lot of big feelings. This guy, on the other hand, you know what? I have the Mountain Echo. Oh, is he not affected by it? That's weird. Hello? Sir? Oh, there he goes. Now he noticed. Dummy. Oh man, he is doing a number on these guys. Okay, here, let's use a pellet for once. There we go. I have close to 150 of them, so it might be worth it to start using those. Oh man, 5 experience. Can you believe it? Does this guy know I'm here? Yeah, he's scary. He's got the poison. What are you thinking? Can this be a thing? No. He was just barely out of range. I don't want to waste the whistle on you. My favorite foam finger. But that's alright. Alright, we're fine. You were the one with the poison. Oh, you got the kicks. And they are indeed pumped up. I don't like fighting here. It's kind of annoying. Please don't kick me. Not with those chicken legs. Damn. The posture that these guys inflict is insane. Thank you for that. Adamantite? That's lovely. I would very much love to start picking up some fulminated mercury, however, which should be coming up soon. It's just, I don't know, man. We have to fight a lot of enemies, and even while we're burdened, it's gonna take a little while to get as many as we need. I would like at least 3, I think, but for right now, let's also not forget to enhance our next necklace. Robert's father came from afar across seas to the south in search of the undying. Repelling 1,000 blades was a small price for the blessing of rejuvenation. Yes, even Robert's father was interested in the temptation of rejuvenation. And, well, we all saw how that turned out. Poor Robert. Well, I don't think there's many enemies on this side of things. For once, you know, starting from the top of the tower, we're in a relatively safe haven, but if we go and drop down here, we might be in a good position to unlock some of this other stuff. I didn't mention it before, but the last time we were here, there were 2 enemies talking here about salt. And if you had missed that conversation the first time on that bridge, they would have the exact same one right over here. Plus, there's this asshole who's just hanging out, having a grand old time. Don't know why. But there you have it. Yeah, so we're gonna start getting into deadlier versions of those guys, and I am not looking forward to it. The smaller the hat, the harder they hit. So these guys are actually pretty average, but there's not any reason to fight them right now. We should take them out more tactically, even with a friend, I would wager, but oh no. These damn soldiers, they're terrified. They won't even fight us. They don't give a damn. The fistful of ash. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and grab this real quick. We've actually been playing a little bit longer here than I had expected, but that's fine because the finale is upon us and there's a couple of really cool things beyond this point, but like I mentioned before, head to the reservoir if you want to end the game, because the next episode is going to be all optional things. So I guess I'll just let you guys know now at the top of the 11th hour. And this guy. So I think this is the same one that was originally over there, no? Yep, he is always looking out for number one. Does that come as a surprise to anybody? Please and thank you. Still a pretty good amount of experience though. And I did grab this. For some reason I thought I ran past this item or something by here. I was looking back and editing and I was like, did I really forget something? But maybe I must have picked it up or something and then forgot about it or wasn't paying attention. So this place has now been overrun with monkeys again, which is great. And what I would like to do is possibly have a little bit of fun with them. Starting with this one. So as you recall, the foam finger allows them to become enraged, working against us, but surely not in the worst possible ways. Wait, did you kill him already? That's kind of mean. Why would you do this? Maybe I should have puppeteered him or something. Here, try that. I actually don't like fighting you when you're in the grass because I can't see you. You're my friend. So I don't know what's happening. Sir? Okay, this cannot stand, I'm afraid. Oh, this guy's shooting. I don't know what he's thinking. But one of the reasons why I'm kind of going through this a little slowly is because, well, A, they're going to shoot at me, but B, there are two white silver monkeys here, and I very much do not like fighting them. They are tough as hell, and the dogs, they have sprung into action. Okay, where's the white one? There you are. So if we do this, there we go. Now they're going to be enthralled with him, including you, the monkey with a gun and refuses to take its medication. We'll do that. Why not? Get a couple of pot shots in there, and then maybe I might be able to finish one of them off, but having the two here is a truly bizarre go of things. Jesus! What in the damn? Oh, you're still aggroed on them. Holy hell. Yeah, please shoot them and not me. I can't tell if they're in cahoots, but he seems very distracted. Great shot, man. This is lovely. Here, can I just, like... You have not done anything for me. I'm so sorry. Oh, shit. And then you noticed me, because of course you did. Yeah, these guys are scary as hell. Oh. The dance of the dual monkeys. He's like, snap out of it, man. Come back to me. Okay, maybe I should go help. This one's, he's on his last breath. Oh, shit. Here, if I just do something like that. No. Oop. Yeah. Why would you do this? Okay, I suppose we'll fight now. Just like that. Oof. Yeah, the double sword hits. That's where it gets gnarly. Can this still work? Or do I not even bother? Here, do that. Oh. Oh, you know, I could probably use the firecracker. Oh, the combo. Come on. Oh, shit. My fucking deflect me. I can't see through the trees. And come on. This is why I don't like fighting even just one of them. Ooh. Oh, that didn't work. Of course it didn't. Those guys, they're challenging. I am just not even gonna mince words with you, but the reason why you'd want to take him out is for a bundled Jizo statue that he drops. So overall, a pretty nice go of things. Yeah, we can actually go through this place as nature intended and grab ourselves another idol. Now, from here, I think it's probably for the best that we go back and get rid of the 666 spirit emblems we have and return to the dilapidated temple. As you can see, you cannot access any part of the outskirts nor of the castle that we hadn't already discovered. You could go to the abandoned dungeon entrance if you wanted to. It's just the door is locked or broken or burned down, and it's just not exactly worth it. So we already made some pretty good progress, and I think next time we'll be close to ending the game. As it stands, to the dilapidated temple. First and foremost, if you try to go back and upgrade your weaponry, you'll come to find the sculptor is gone. And it falls on us to upgrade things on our own, which we cannot do until we find more of that damn fulminated mercury. I'll probably end up going for some of that off screen just so that things will be easier for us to upgrade, because I would very much at least like the Lazulite's Shuriken and hell, maybe even the Sacred Flame, because that one's cool and all we need really is more mercury. But I think I'll be short on lapis, which is sad, but that's okay. We'll come back later, hopefully not die, because I have way too much freaking money right now. And I would like a small conversation with our information broker friend, Fujioko?
とうとう始まったな。アシナ一心が言ってライフ型の大進行だ。アシナはもう持たぬだろうよ。さて、俺もいよいよ潮時だが、旦那、まだ商いが必要かね?
Oh no. Well, if we try to talk to him...
ああ、情報以外の品のことか。昔の手癖でな、つい集めっちまうのさ。供養が嫌になって一味も抜けたが、死体を見るとやっぱり放っておけなくてな。それにまあ品に寄せもないだろう。
I mean, at least he's honest.
ああ、物資のじいさんなら消えちまったぜ。ふらふらと炎がどうとか言いながら、多分戦場に向かったんだろう。俺には関係のないことだがよ。
Oh yeah, we're in trouble, I think. As for purchases, we can now buy virtually everything we could possibly want here. I'm not going to bother with the memos because we already have each of these items. This will lead you to the Mist Raven, and the Valley Apparitions, I think, is just going to sort of tell you about the Malcontent Ring, or maybe it's something about the finger, but it's not important nor worth the money, so we can purchase more Divine Confetti if we need it. Honestly, I've been way too frugal with it, and I probably should have used it more, but yeah, that's it for wares. And before we end things off, I have not forgotten about my dear friend, Hanbei, who so long ago requested an end to his life, and you know what? I'm willing to provide it to him.
ようやく行ける。追い腹を切れなんだ無念。ようやく覚悟変わらぬか。ああ、そこもとに切られたいのだ。承知。さあ、やれい。
You can get into the right spot, apparently. Hello? Wait, why can't I line myself up with it? So long, Hanbei. And thank you very much for your hidden tooth, loaded with a secret shinobi drug, blue in color. Crush the blue nostrum between the back teeth to die as often as one pleases. Could be useful in certain situations. Surely an unnecessary reminder, but the first death is typically one's last. This thing is gnarly as hell, and you know he was constantly just biting down on that thing, just hoping that one day it would finally end his life. But that is an infinite use bite down. And just like I mentioned way back 15, 20 episodes ago, you can use it to die and then resurrect in a pinch. So it's fun and nice to have, but that ends our time here in Sekiro, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot return to the outskirts from here as they've burned the only stump there, and things have taken a dramatic change for the worse. Thank you all so much for joining me, and next time we take on a couple of nasty ass bosses. So it's probably going to be a chunkier episode, but I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys next time. By the way, there is one last order of business that I meant to attend to back here at the Inner Sanctum. If you don't have any rice in your inventory and you have already obtained the frozen tears from the Divine Child, as it turns out, your next acquisition of rice is going to be a little different.
巫女の忍びよ、竜の涙を手に入れられたのですね。
ああ、
これが竜の涙。お渡しした氷涙とともに九郎様に飲んでいただければ、我がゆりかごへ宿っていただくことが叶いましょう。
Still kinda weird how that happens. If we request rice...
なんだ。
お手を。
ああ、
白金の豊穣を。
これは冷たい。
凍えたこの体がお米を冷たく輝かせるのでしょう。
まるでささめ雪だ。
確かに。ではそう呼びましょう。巫女の忍びよ、ささめ雪をどうぞ。
We have obtained fine, chilled, silvery snow. Gradually recovers vitality, slightly more so than regular rice. The cold sweetens it, and rice is indeed precious. The flavor grows richer and richer, raising one's spirits higher than ever.
いただこ
う。お米は大事。きっとまたいただきにいらしてください。
Absolutely. And in case you were wondering, you can still gift her persimmons. It just won't get you anything meaningful other than a cheerful smile and the warmth in your heart after eating all of this frozen rice.
牡蠣だ。食え。
はい、いただきます。やはり柿です。これほど美味しいものはない。
そうか。
She must really like persimmons.
竜印を返すことを望まれるならば、竜の涙とともに、そうすれば我がゆりかごへ宿っていただくことが叶いましょう。
Still weird, but thank you so much, Divine Child.
巫女の忍びよ、無事九郎様と共に戻って来られること願っております。
Sayonara yourself. Alright, now we can end things off for good. See you guys next time.